I'm standing in front of a house that honestly makes me feel like I've stepped into a different century in the best way possible. This is the Fishburne house in Pinopolis, South Carolina. And let me tell you something, she is not new to the neighborhood. She's been here since 1912, the year the Titanic sailed. That's 112 years of low country weather, world events, and whispered stories echoing through these walls. And the craziest part is she is currently for sale for just over $1 million. I know, it's really crazy when you realize what this place is. We're talking about a plantation style home with almost 4,000 square feet of original beauty, sitting on almost 2 acres in one of the most unique little towns in South Carolina. And it is on the market after being privately owned and off limits for decades. And no, I'm not here to sell it unless you're interested. I'm just lucky enough to get to walk you through it. I'm Deneene Gary, your go-to concierge realtor here in Charleston, South Carolina and the surrounding areas. As the Southern Living Yankee, I love helping people just like you relocate to Charleston from out of state because I've been there and I've done it myself. I understand how exciting but still overwhelming a big move can be. But that is why I'm here, to help you through every step of the process. With my local insights and honest advice, I ensure your real estate journey is smooth and successful. If you're ready to make a move and you want a personalized, hands-on experience, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you stay up to date on everything in Charleston and the rest of the Lowcountry. Let's find your dream home together. Now, before we even open the door, I want to take a second and just look at the bones of this place. This wraparound porch, it is 3/4 of the way around the house. And it is supported by these big, stately Tuscan columns that just ooze Southern dignity. It's really the kind of porch that begs for rocking chairs and stories passed down from one generation to the next. It's not just pretty, it was built to be lived in, and this porch has seen things. I mean, think about it. Over 100 years of family milestones, thunderstorms rolling through, teenagers sneaking out past curfew. This house has memories in every beam. But it is not just the house that's fascinating, it's the setting. Pinopolis is its own little world. This village was originally a Pineland retreat, basically the 1800s version of a summer escape for wealthy Charleston families who wanted to flee the swampy heat and mosquitoes. They would come up here to get some relief thanks to the higher elevation and the piney air. There were no paved roads, no bridges, and you had to arrive by boat. And then in the 1930s, boom, Lake Moultrie was created. And suddenly, Pinopolis became a peninsula. I mean, it literally went from being surrounded by pine forest to being a lakefront village overnight. If you didn't know better, you would think that this place was made up for a Southern novel. Okay, let's walk inside because the inside of the Fishburne house, it hits different. The first thing that stops you is just the space. The ceilings downstairs are 11 feet high, 11. That's the kind of height that gives you this deep breath feeling, like your thoughts have room to stretch out. The foyer is wide and gracious and with the same heart pine flooring that you'll see throughout the house. You just don't find this kind of craftsmanship anymore. I mean, these floors have been polished by time and footsteps, generations of them. So right off the foyer, you get hit with one of my personal obsessions, an 8-foot pocket door. Do you know how rare it is to find one that's still intact and working like this? It separates the formal living and the dining rooms, but you can slide it open and just let the whole main floor flow like it was meant to. And you know, I don't use that word lightly. There are 8 fireplaces in here, 8. They're all unique, different mantles, different finishes, and every one of them feels like it's still holding on to just a little heat from the past. These were meant to warm entire rooms, not just look cute, but yet they still do look cute, and they're stunning actually. Now, let's talk about the kitchen because there's something really interesting here. The original kitchen for this house wasn't inside the house at all. It was actually underneath it. Yes, underneath. And that was pretty common back then, especially in the South, to keep the heat and the fire risk away from the main home. So the family would eat upstairs, but all the cooking happened below the house. Imagine hauling trays of food up and down the stairs every day in August. No, thank you. Eventually, the kitchen was moved inside and kind of modernized, and it's beautiful now. It was updated in 1980, but you can still sense where the original function lived. Like the old bones of the kitchen are still whispering down there. Okay, speaking of whispering, we have to talk about the hauntings because yes, people say this house is haunted. Now, I'm a Yankee, so I'm not here to say one way or the other, but I'll just say this. Enough people have mentioned some strange things that I would at least leave a few extra lights on. People have reported footsteps on the stairs when no one is home, doors that seem to open themselves, and one past visitor swears that they saw a woman in a long dress standing at an upstairs window. Now, that could be a trick of the light or maybe a little too much sweet tea, but it could also be someone or something that just isn't quite ready to leave. What do you think? Is it possible? Either way, you walk through this house and there's just a feeling, like a presence, but not in a scary way, more in like a reverent way, like the walls remember. Upstairs, the ceilings are still 10 feet high, which is wild. These bedrooms are enormous and they're filled with light. The windows are tall, original blown glass, and it frames views of these huge grand oaks outside. These things are massive. Some of them were probably here even before the house was built. And when the wind moves through them, you get this sound that it's really hard to describe. It's like the trees are kind of talking to each other, or maybe they're talking to the house, maybe to us, who knows. Now, I want to take a walk to the side of the property because I have to show you the pool. There is an in-ground pool here. Yes, a real full-size pool, and it's surrounded by these old brick and stucco privacy walls that really give it this secret garden vibe. The azaleas and the camellias back here are just out of control in the spring. We're just past them, but oh my gosh, they were amazing. Some people believe they were actually propagated from Middleton Place, which if you know your low country history, it is a big deal. It's one of the oldest landscape gardens in the United States. So if that story is true, these plants aren't just beautiful, they're historic. They are living pieces of Southern legacy that are blooming right here in their backyard. And if you're wondering whether there's still room to expand, yes, there is. The attic is huge and full of potential. And the underneath of the house, the old kitchen area and the ground level storage offer all kinds of possibilities. Workshop, art studio, wine cellar, maybe a home theater with just a little ghostly guest appearance every now and then, and whatever you're into. Honestly, I don't even know how to wrap this up because I could stay here for hours. This house is layered, it's textured, it's got that quiet confidence that only a place with real history can have. And the fact that it's available right now for just over $1 million, it's almost unheard of. There are homes that are half this age asking double the price in other parts of Charleston, but this one, it's the real deal. You're not just stepping into a home, you're stepping into a story that started before you were born, and it's going to keep going long after. And somewhere between the creak of the floorboards, the rustle of the oaks, and the shadow that maybe moves just a little bit when you're not looking, you realize that this place, it almost has a heartbeat. It's quiet, but it's there. You know, as I walk through this house one more time, I keep thinking about just all of the lives that it's seen. Not just the families that lived here, but the visitors, the celebrations, the quiet evenings, maybe the storms that rolled in off the lake, the ordinary Tuesdays that kind of turned into memories. It's one thing to buy a house. It's another thing entirely to be part of a home story. And this place already has a rich one. And here's what really gets me. This home has been standing tall since before Lake Moultrie even existed. Think about that. The lake was created in the 1940s, and this house was already here, watching the landscape around it just completely change. And yet, it stayed, anchored, steady. There's something about that that just makes you feel small in the best kind of way. So if you are ever near Pinopolis, maybe just out for a Sunday drive, maybe looking to fall just a little bit more in love with the quiet corners of the Lowcountry, swing by Fishburne Road. Even from the street, this house makes you stop. You don't have to be a history buff or a real estate nerd to appreciate it. You just have to look. And who knows? Maybe if you stop and listen long enough, the house might whisper a little something back. Okay, so I've got to tear myself away before I start making offers that I can't afford. But thanks for walking through with me. This one is going to stick with me for quite a while. I'm Deneene, your go-to concierge realtor here in Charleston, South Carolina, and the surrounding areas. As the Southern Living Yankee, I love helping people just like you relocate to Charleston from out of state, because I've been there and I've done it myself. I understand how exciting, but still overwhelming a big move can be. But that's why I'm here, to help you every step of the way. With my local insights and honest advice, I ensure your real estate journey is smooth and successful. If you're ready to make a move and you want a personalized hands-on experience, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you stay up to date on all things Charleston and the rest of the Lowcountry. Thank you so much for joining me. So long for today.